Today, we're live. Why are we live? I don't know. We just thought, hey, that'd be a good chance just to kind of like hang out, be a dumbass, possibly catch some stuff on YouTube. I mean, to record for YouTube. 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 Sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. Sometimes you just don't get any cookie at all. And it sucks because you want cookie. But nobody's gonna let you have a cookie because it has too much sugar in it and you're diabetic, Rebecca. You can't always be eating cookies. Can't do it. No. No, no, no. No cookie eating for you. Not after last time. Yeah, not after last time, okay? Seriously, after last time, you ate too many cookies. We had to take you to the hospital. And we had to pull out your heart. Okay, so today, live on our show today, we will be presenting to you, live in front of a studio audience, the rest of the story. Wow. We didn't even start the story. Wait, did we start a story last stream? No, we did not. So now we will start a story. So not the rest of the story, we're going to start the story. Once upon a time, there was this random girl named Rebecca Lauren. She was just bopping around. She's like, hello guys, I'm live on Kick.com. And she goes live, but little does she know, in the background, there is a warrior princess getting ready to introduce her to a world that she has never seen before. And so, on her way out from that night's live stream, she's out on a walk, and she goes to a bar, and Otto, welcome Otto, from D-Live, while she's out on her walk, she goes to a bar, and sits next to her. The guy says, we need your skills. The nation counts on you. We have a direct line to the President of the United States. Rebecca Lauren, you're responsible for saving millions of lives. And that's why I have to recruit you into my warrior princess police force. Where the only people who are working, the only women here are warrior princesses. So Rebecca, you're now a warrior princess, like Xena. You're gonna have lots of gay sex, possibly. But that's neither here nor there because there's lots of stuff to be done. There's no time for that kind of thing when there's like a big giant warrior meeting in the summer and everybody has to go camping together. You're a man and you're Hercules and you don't want any gay sex. That's valid. I don't know, I'm kind of an Amazonian woman. There might be lesbian women among the Amazons. I don't know. I'm all sorts of gay, so it's all gonna be good for me. Whether it's a woman, whether she has a dick, whether she has a vagina, it's all gay to me. Put things in perspective for some people. I know that like some people don't really think about their sexuality so much. I don't usually either. I'm actually pretty much single, like forever. I haven't had sex in a year. That's cool with me. You see me for a person. Rather, you want to see me as a donkey? Or a goblin? I was reading The Hobbit, and I'm gonna read Lord of the Rings again after it on my Kindle. Knowledge is power, because when you have knowledge, the power that comes with it is grand, and nobody shall get into your path, because you are not a hobbit, a human, who has the energy of a human who will turn into a butterfly and fly away into the distance to create all sorts of amazing things that all of us will see and love and learn to appreciate. That not all things have to be hobbits or hobbit related. Sometimes humans can do things too. And someone who has value. Simple. この番組にはこの番組にはグランスパンサーの提供でお送りします。Otto, what are you doing over there, Otto? So do you know that I got banned from Twitch, Otto? It's terrible, actually. I really wish I didn't get banned. I wish I ran my stream better. Because what happened is I should have full screened at the very least. In fact, I shouldn't have even clicked on that YouTube link. Like I clicked on a YouTube link on kick.com. Okay, so I started streaming on kick.com. It's a newer platform. I added it to my multi-stream because, as you know, I'm streaming on DLive. I'm also streaming on Twitter and YouTube and kick.com and other places. Twitch was among those, among us. But someone trolled me. No, it's K-I-C-K. It's new. It's brand new, pretty much. Yeah, it's by Trainwrecks TV. It allows gambling, but they have rules. I don't do gambling streams. But I was doing my first stream there. I added it to my restream list, and someone linked me a Doom OST, quote unquote, on YouTube, and it looked safe. And for some reason, I kept it on display capture. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. And I started drumming. And I didn't even realize the first playthrough, someone said, play from the beginning. And I started over, and I started to drum, but I saw this time what happened, and my life flashed before my eyes. A disgusting, like, really disgusting sexual thing happened. And you know what's funny? You know what's also fucked up, too? Is for the longest time, I was trying to delete the VOD on DLive, but it wouldn't let me. Yeah, I don't even allow links most of the time. But on this new website, I don't have that filter. So I couldn't even delete the VOD on DLive. I kept trying, and I'm like, okay, well, they'll delete it automatically before anybody finds it. I just had to hope that, like, nothing went viral. I mean, obviously, that's a going viral would be a good problem to have. But that would be bad timing. But is there any good timing to virality? I don't know. Yeah, and it was disgusting too. I don't even want to talk about what it was. It was like it was poop stuff. I don't want to talk about it. But it happened. And I deleted everything, but before I could, someone clipped it on Twitch and they mass reported the clip. And so Twitch just banned me. And then I appealed and they denied it. So I have to wait 60 days until I can appeal again. I'm gonna have to write a much better appeal. I'm gonna have to like write a big like an essay, like a big like, this is what I've learned and why this will never happen again. ... You know. Make it longer than the omnibus? What do you know about the omnibus? I have no idea. I have like no idea. Like no idea at all. What are you talking about, Otto? Yeah, Bart, dude. Auto rocks. You know, 4,100 pages long, more than the Bible? What? Make it longer than the omnibus bill. What are you even talking about? What omnibus bill? What are you talking about? Some kind of manifesto? 400 million plus for Jordanian security borders. Wow, that's really specific. Hey, do you want to go hang out with me, Auto Rocks, at the mall? And we could do a live stream, IRL? Auto Rocks, you want to do a live stream? At the mall? I don't even know if you need like special permission for that, probably. When US has no southern border. Are we talking about two completely different things? You're way out in Georgia? Are you Georgia, United States, or Georgia the country? I think I need to fix my Georgia, US. Okay. I need to fix my headphones. Just a second. Just need to find where all of it is. Right here. Can't forget the country. Great country too. Chess players. Yeah, I heard there's a lot of chess players in Georgia. Yeah, it's a really long cord. I don't want it to melt because the heater is like right down here. I don't want the cord to like melt, so I like kind of do this like kind of really not too dramatic just drape the cord behind the monitor to the other side. Ah! Now we got headphones on. Business, let's get done over golf. chess and tennis. Yeah, tennis is actually a really good sport. It has this like tennis has this thing where it's like kind of like this back and forth, or like racquetball, I guess. I've never played racquetball. I played tennis though. I've been using a tennis ball as like a stress ball lately. And I'm gonna be coming off marijuana soon. I'm not gonna touch it for at least a year and a half. Or longer. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I'm okay. I just I think I choked up my water. A humidifier? Dry air. Yeah, exactly. That's what it was. Ah. So, we need to talk business, Otto. What are you doing here? Why are you here? Why are you in my chat? Welcome. I enjoy it, but I want to know why you're here. What's going on? What's going on in the world of Otto? What's going on? In Otto Rockland? You have no idea? But did you like just wake up? Did you jack off already? You probably did. In fact, you probably did like at least 3 times before you joined my stream. Celebrated Christmas! Oh, you bro stole yay? Wait, your brother stole your something on Christmas? Wait, your brother stole your Christmas tree? What? Is he green? Is he named the Grinch? Ah! Yeah, yeah, yeah! The Grinch! He's a Grinch, banana house. Du, 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 du. We are Maya Higa. I'm a cinch. Cringe. I think the word you're looking for is cringe. Otto, you better explain yourself. I still need to know. Still need to know why you're here watching my stream. Are you chatting with me? Trying to flirt with me? You want to go on a date with me? Well, I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen. But if you like hanging out with me, that's different. I like hanging out with people. I like that you're here. Welcome. I like having people around. It makes me happy. Makes me happy. It makes me happy, okay? It makes me happy. Okay, it makes me happy. What makes you happy over there? Okay, what makes you happy? What makes you happy? Is a pun sink in a pinch, in a cinch, like a bitch, motherfucking cringe, like a squeegee? I don't know. Propane and propane accessories. Oh, we got Super Mario World? Like what the fuck is going on? Can you even hear the music? Can I? What? Okay. You do enjoy hanging out with you. Oh, we got good combos. Well, what would you like to talk about today, Otto? I am your virtual chat interacted unit for today on 2022 12/26 on a Monday at 14:21 hours. Ever listen to Ghost? A ghost! I don't know. What kind of ghost? Like the kind of ghost that has sex with you? Or the kind of ghost that kills you? Like, this is two very different kinds of ghosts. I'm happy to introduce you to either, but... Could you imagine like a movie or something, or like a video game, or like a novel or something, where there's someone like me who's like, I'm just like a random character. I'm just somebody who like introduces people to like the afterlife, but I'm not actually like dead or anything. I'm just like some kind of... I don't know what I am. But like I'm introducing people, I'm like... Those are totally two different types of ghosts. I'm sorry. I can introduce you to either of them, but... I'm gonna recommend not to meet the ones that kill you. Sometimes they kill you and have sex with you. Not necessarily in that order. But for a price, they will. In that order. I mean, that's what they want to do. In fact, the price is negotiable, but not after the fact, for obvious reasons. Oh my goodness gracious. We're really on one this morning. Like, today is an interesting day. It's the day after Christmas. I got the place to myself. I already did my live show. And now I'm online on stream, hanging out with you, Otto. It's been a good day, I think. Feeling good. I seriously am, like, this is the absolute last, like, weed cartridge I have for my vape. I'm not getting any more. Probably won't be for another 1.5 years at the very least before I get more marijuana. It's up your alley. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know why that's in quotes. You're trying to tell you content, great shit? Oh. My content is up my alley? You mean my ass? Are you talking, what content are you talking about? Because if you're talking about my ass, well then thank you. I don't know what you're talking about, alley. Like what's going on here? Faith by Ghost? I have no idea what the fuck you're smoking, Auto Rugs. You smoking crack? Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. Ain't nobody got time for that. You're right about that. Nobody's got time for me. I got way too much time on my hands. This is my life. Do you understand? Like, I have so much time in my life. I got a lot of space to fill. You know, I don't really have too many, like, I do have, like, some very, very important stuff scheduled on my calendar and stuff, but when it comes to stuff that's not like that, like, I got plenty of time. You know, on the 20 minutes that's not blocked out on my calendar, I have plenty of time during those 20 minutes. The rest of the day, I'm busy, but, you know, during those 20 minutes, I have all the time in the world. Just waiting. Yeah, waiting and waiting. That's what my life is right now. I'm in a waiting room, waiting for surgery. Like saying, okay, come on, let's go. Let's do this. I gotta do everything to prepare, though. I have a year to prepare for bottom surgery. I've already done 6 months of the laser removal in the hair. But I want to try to get some electrology. So I want to get an electrolysis as much as I can, no matter how much it costs. It might cost me upwards of like $500 or like $1,000. I don't know. I want to try to spend as little money as possible, but I need to do this before my surgery's ready, and before I get my surgery, because I don't want to have any problems down the line with my vajayjay. Okay, so I don't know. It'll be fine. I know it's one of those things that just feels like it's going to be a problem. In the end of the day, it's probably going to be a really simple thing. It's going to be money, but I can make money, you know. I could also try harder to make a little bit more money, which I could if I did, but I'm working up to that. I'm trying to maintain consistency. That's detransition stories. Oh God, I don't want to go there. Let's not do that, Otto. Yeah, I'm there's never going to be a detransition in my case. I'm going to tell you that right now. First of all, like, I'm going to have surgeries, so it's like there's no going back, thankfully. I'm going to have a vagina for the rest of my life. But regardless, I found who I am, and I know who I am. And so the reason I use the pronouns I use is because that's, I've locked in pretty hardcore who I am. I know there are people who detransition, but I don't want to go that route. That's their story to tell. That's not mine. I don't want to speak for them. There are people who detransition, but I would bet you, I just don't like it when people detransition and they use that entire platform they build to like try to steer people away from being transgender. It's like, you can't change people from being transgender. And if somebody's going to do medication or surgeries, no one's going to stop them. You should not want to. You do not want to get in the way of a trans person and their surgery. You do not want to be in that line of fire. You know, especially if that person has a Twitter presence. Oh my goodness, your life would be over. You lose your job probably. I don't know. I mean, I don't know about the Twitter people. Twitter people are kind of weird. You know, people who use their Twitter platforms or whatever. Hey, Xavier. Issue with anyone under 18 making a permanent decision like that? Well, that's why people who get these surgeries are 18 or over. I'm 34. Yeah, there's a reason why there's standard procedures and standard practices. People who are under 18 aren't getting surgeries. Neuroplasticity while young is very impressionable. You're very misled, Xavier. I don't really want to go there with you today. So if you're trying to bait me into this, there's a lot of research on this, and I would encourage you to read about this. But you know, in the end of the day, nice to meet you. Welcome to my stream. Hi, my name's Rebecca. I am a transgender person. Been 3 years on hormones, and I'm about to get my surgeries. I'm going to tell you right now, these are not easy things to get. And people under 18 have an uphill battle. I'm going to tell you that much. I quote unquote have it easy because I'm much older than 18. But that I have a different slew of problems because of that. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot of research on this, and there's a lot of facts to back up the research, that basically young people who desire hormone blockers end up having a much better life compared to those of us who had to go through permanent puberty changes. I didn't know that I didn't need those at the time, but these kids know. Like, these kids, there's a lot more information out there about transgender and gender dysphoria and all that. You need to understand though that like this is proven with research. This isn't just people like, you know, doing like, oh, I don't want to hurt your feelings. This isn't some kind of like millennial like, we love our children, we're not going to ever like, you know, let them stop sucking my tit. Like this isn't some, you know, hippy dippy stuff. Okay, this is based on research. It's like based on actual medical research. And if you're disrespecting that, then you have to disrespect everything else that the Endocrine Society and then like the children, like American Pediatric Society or whatever, like you'd have to disagree with everything else that they do. because they come up with treatments for all sorts of different things, including gender dysphoria. Can't fire me, hire me. Yeah, exactly. But I do understand where you're coming from, Xavier. I have to understand also that when I'm having this conversation with you, it's really making me tired. This is a conversation I've had a lot of times. Doesn't scientifically work. Here's the thing. How are you influencing children? By telling that you're not persuading them to do anything. I don't know where this narrative has come from, Xavier. I don't know where you heard this from. I don't know where you think people are being persuaded to be transgender. I don't know why you would ever think that's possible. That's not possible. These kids who are coming out as trans, they're screaming at the top of their lungs who they are and being denied who they are. It's the opposite of what you think is happening. Nobody is telling, if anything, people are telling these kids that they're somebody that they're not. They're like, oh, well, you know, you're just confused. You're just going through a phase. Like, do you know how many people have gone through that? Like, you don't know because you haven't lived through it. You don't know anybody. It doesn't look like you know anybody who's lived through it. You seem like somebody who just comes to a transgender person's live stream and you want to start some kind of debate. You want to start some kind of conversation. I know it's fascinating from an intellectual standpoint, but I also want you to understand that from a personal standpoint, it's exhausting. I've had this conversation way too many times. Do you think me as a streamer on the internet, who's been on the internet for like 22 years, do you think someone like me hasn't had this conversation before? Like, come on. Like, you're going at it from the wrong angle. You might have a good intention, but I'm asking you to stop and just go read for yourself. Don't expect other people to do the work for you. I'm sorry. Sometimes people are not going to tell you everything. Sometimes people aren't going to teach you. I'm not. If you start acting a certain way in my chat, I'm eventually going to have to ban you. But I don't know if that's the case yet, so I'm giving you a chance. Percentage of, okay, I'm gonna ban you just because you're just so, like, dangerously going on misinformation and stuff, Xavier. You do your own research. Don't make up stuff. You're repeating already proven to be false rhetoric, Xavier. All the things that you're saying are already proven to be false. You're stirring the pot of a movement that was started by people who may or may not have even been transgender. For example, the detransitioners, those aren't transgender people. Those are cisgender people who just accidentally started transitioning somehow. I don't know how. Either that, or they are transgender people, but they were bullied into not transitioning. Why are you spamming Elanon? You need to calm down. Stop it. Stop spamming. Stop spamming. What the fuck? Why? Why are you spamming? Stop it. Can't just clear your entire... I'm just gonna ban you. Stop it, or I will ban you. If you don't stop it, I will ban you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm gonna ban you permanently. Okay. Goodbye, Alanom. Dinner time? Oh my god, Otto, nice. Hey, Trailer. You wanna ban me? I'm an airhead mouth breather. Like, you can't open Twitter and ban everyone to get your rhetoric to work? What are you talking about? What are you projecting onto me, Trailer? What the fuck is this? Let's talk? Let's talk. YouTube. Don't ban because you don't like my info? What info? Well, I didn't hear a word you said. I wasn't even talking to you. I was talking to the person spamming letters going, oh, you're Xavier. Okay. Well, don't, I'm banning you because you're spreading misinformation. How about that? And now you're ban evading, so I want you to drop it right now or I will ban you again, and I will continue to ban you. You're not spreading anything. You're talking to you. No, that's not how talking works. If you show up to like the park and there's a bunch of people like kind of relaxing, enjoying their day, and you just like take your shirt off and start screaming at the top of your lungs, asking someone to start fighting, like a fist fight with you. Like I'm not sure where I'm going with this, but like if that's where you start the conversation, like you're starting the conversation trying to start a fight. Like why are you trying to do this? How was I fighting by giving my opinion on children? Because your opinion is wrong. And you would know that if you did any amount of research at all in the situation. It's very well known and well documented information about how child gender affirming healthcare works. It's well documented. A wrong opinion is not bannable. What's bannable is when people use it depends on the context. Sheltered society. Oh, now you're just being a weirdo. This sheltered society. What are you projecting? Are you okay, trailer? Who hurt you? What's wrong? Now you're talking about sheltered society? Did some person with blue hair and pierced gauged earrings do something to you? Did you get like what happened? Trailer. I'm actually really curious now. Like sounds like someone hurt you. I don't know what I did to deserve this. I don't know why you're mad at me. What did I do? Jesus fucking Christ. What do you mean sheltered society? It's not sheltered to like understand that there is proven medical health care that is known to save lives. It's not sheltered to want that. Ban someone saying I spew disinfo because I said kids are impressionable. Kids are impressionable, but not when it comes to this. And you would know this if you would ever go to a random boy or girl and start telling them that they have to wear the opposite gender's clothes to school, and they have to wear a perfume and they don't want to wear perfume, or like tell them that they have to use the other pronouns. It doesn't work. So I don't know why people would think this. Why are you typing in all caps? I thought we were just having a conversation like you said. Here's what you need to understand is this is proven medical information, and if you did any amount of Googling at all, you would already know this is true. So I don't know why you're continuing to come back and spreading the same rhetoric that's only been used by people with some kind of agenda to get rid of transgender healthcare. Anytime you see like a detransitioner with like a church or some kind of thing, they show up and they have some kind of agenda of trying to get rid of transgender healthcare. And that's everywhere they go. They're trying to get rid of transgender healthcare. They want like people to vote legislation in the government to control transgender healthcare. Yet they're not being influenced early in life. And if anything, they're already being influenced. They're already being influenced by the people who are trying to tell them that they're not trans. Do you understand? If there's so much influencing going on with children, with other things, why suddenly are we laser being focused on this exact aspect? Think about it. How come you're allowed to take a child and tell them about like Dia de los Muertos? Or to tell them about how Christ was born for Christmas? How come you're allowed to tell children that mommy and daddy are your mom and dad, and that you're related to them because they gave birth to you, because eventually they teach you about how babies are made? So how come teaching about the fact that sometimes people make babies? That's a thing that exists, right? Well, sometimes people also are in a relationship and they're the same gender and they can't make babies. And their goal isn't to make a baby. Their goal is to have a loving family. Whether they're gay or whether they're straight, whether they're man, whether they're a woman, why does that matter? And so then like you get all these people who are just trying to live their life, you know, like, why do you have to like lock them into this one way of living? Like, you have to get a job, and then you have to retire after you've reached a certain age, and you have to like have kids. You have to you have to send them off to college. Like, there's all this stuff that they like want you to do, right? Childhood education is dangerous, but that's why it's more and more important that we have these guidelines, Trailer, specifically for transgender healthcare. There's a very good reason why there's guidelines, because if there wasn't guidelines, then you would have people giving surgeries to children. And the way we have things right now is we're only allowing surgeries for a very, very, very specific age group, for a very specific, and if there's even at all, any chance of someone getting these surgeries under 18, they're very, very, very unique situations, and they're detailed, documented in a very professional, way in the healthcare system, to make sure that the best outcome is happening for the patient. I don't know why anyone would think otherwise. I don't know what psychotic belief somebody would have to think that this is some kind of agenda to try to like force people to be trans. I don't know why people think that. Where do people get this idea? Is it panic? Like, is that what it is? Like, are you just panicking? Detransitioners do exist. That is true. But if there's 999,000 people who are transitioning, and 100 and maybe like 10,000 of those people detransition, that's terrible for those people. But at least those other people got to have a chance at life, don't you think? And so if somebody detransitions, well, then it's even more important to develop a conversation around gender identity earlier on rather than later. So if they really aren't trans, that they have the opportunity to have that conversation with a doctor. Don't you think? But when it's too late, don't you think? Because what's going to happen is if you don't have that conversation, the person is going to do it on their own. And we know this. This is why this is documented. This is why I'm telling you to go read your Google documents. Like, go read your research. Trans TV, the best. I guess, ZBK. What do you guys do? I don't know why it got kind of heated, okay? Somebody's starting to question... by the way, a quick way to get yourself to probably be getting banned is to argue about transgender healthcare in my channel. I'm going to tell you that right now. Do not argue with me, ever, about transgender healthcare. I know more than you. Unless you're an actual doctor, which in that case, why would you be in my stream? But I am just trying to have a chill, like, environment where we can all just chill. Banning everyone is ironic and a horrible reflection of the trans community. What are you talking about? I'm gonna ban you just for your name. Like Kill Tony? That's a very violent sounding name. What are you doing to yourself? What are you talking about? Mr. Grave, Mr. Gava, I literally just met you. What are you talking about? You're live? You're streaming? Is that okay? Well, hello, guys. Welcome to the stream. My name is Rebecca Lauren. I'm a random chick on the internet who's just trying to deal with random losers in chat who think they're having some kind of intelligent conversation when they're trying to debate trans healthcare. They're trying to say that we shouldn't get it because they think children are impressionable. It's the same rhetoric, right? Why are you so against conversation? Not everybody wants to have a conversation about stuff that's already been conversated about. It's already been discussed. The doctors and the scientists, they've already discussed this. The patients have already spoken. The vast majority of people are for transgender healthcare. I don't know what your problem is. Like, you just want to be that person who shows up to a party and you're like, no, guys, sorry. You can't drink beer. And you have to take your shoes off if you go inside. Pull up the paper and name one doctor in their profession. What? What the hell is going on with you guys? Hey, what's up, Mr. Gava? Trans TV is the best on Kick. At some point, you really can't control chat too much. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna have to get some moderators. Don't talk like that? What do you mean? Jestay's ugly? What do you mean? Trans TV? Trainwrecks TV? Transrex TV? You're an airhead? Oh my god! Trainwrecks is my husband. Trans TV on kick.com, the channel. There's someone named Trans TV Trans? Are they broadcasting my show? Why would they do this? Is it called Trans TV or TV Trans? There's TV Trans. There's also Trans TV. 30 followers? Think kids should be told that's not what's I'm banning you. I'm not gonna get baited. Sorry, buddy. TV Trans. There is someone in live named TV Trans, but I don't know what they have to do with. They have 14,000 viewers. They're in like a hotel room. Hey, I got 22 viewers. Hey, what's up, you guys? How you doing? I have no idea what's going on with that live stream. They're interested with your person to appear in their movies on streams? Yeah, do it. You can, as long as you tell people my Twitter handle. Are they gonna make porn later? Like, I'm watching this stream, the TV Trans. It looks like they're in a hotel or something. Are they gonna do some porn later when they're done on kick.com? Give me Twitter. It's at Rebecca Lauren. REBECCALORAN. Is this even allowed on kick.com? This stream? I don't even know. Well, there's some booty. It's always good to see have some booty. Yeah, okay. Anyway, I'm done watching. That was kind of interesting. I'm not really sure what was going on there. Give me Twitter. No. What do you mean? They want me to appear in their movies and on streams, Zibiku? Zibiku. Well, I don't know what do I have to do? What do I have to do? I'm just drinking water. You know, every time I get like a spike of viewers, there's a really good chance. And this is honestly, I need to call a lot of these like bigger streamers out. This is why people never have trans people on their streams. Like these, you know, 10K plus viewer streamers. They almost never talk about trans issues. They never show trans people. They never bring trans people onto their stream, it seems. And the reason why is because they know that they would have to ban probably 60 to 80% of their chat if they had a trans person on their stream. that because you know there's going to be people that are just going to straight up, every time a trans person shows up, every single viewer you have, you're going to have like 3-year subscribers. I don't care. You're going to have to permaban so many people from your stream that you thought you never would have had to permaban because they're too afraid to touch the topic because they don't want to ban their subscribers. They're going to lose their viewers. But it's really fucked up if you ask me. It's basically like shutting off trans people from the entire like clout wagon that's out there. You can give me your email. We will text you back. I don't. You're confusing me so much, Zabiku. I have no idea what you want from me. First massage and a dance? I don't know what you think I do for a living, but I'm not gonna do that. And definitely not over email. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm not gonna give you a massage, Zabiku. And a dance. We don't talk about that here. Give me your email. We will text you back. If you're gonna text me, then why would I give you? Zabiku, just chew some gum or something. I can make a new email. How about I do that? At mail.com. Best free email alternative. What is going on with this? It's not loading correctly. Oh no. Can I make a Bing email? Yahoo Mail? I got a Yahoo Mail. I think. MSN Mail? Sign up. No, this is not what I wanted. I don't know about all this. I'm just trying to make a new email. Postbox. Free email account. iCloud? Mozilla Thunderbird? Oh. AOL. Outlook.com. Let's go to Outlook. I'm gonna sign in. Oh fuck. Real Rebecca Lauren at Outlook. Here we go. Please excuse me, I'm making a new email for you. It's gonna be like my business email. Please solve the puzzle. Identical objects. Okay, I'm gonna give you my email in just a second, okay? KZBiku, are you still there? RealRebeccaLauren@outlook.com. What now? What now? What are we ever going to do now that our email is now a thing? Oh my goodness. The wonderful world of email that you have undeniably accounted for with your access to this email, that you now enter the world of professional businesswomanism. And you can put yourself out there and live your life with your email as your guide, as your path to a world around you of beauty and wonder. Why does this sound like Sonic the Hedgehog? It's like Alex Kidd though. DJ Pretzel. Some good stuff right here. People wanting to have conversations about trans healthcare. Jesus fucking Christ. Get the fuck out of here. Sorry. This isn't the place for that. Why don't you go ask somebody like Destiny or Hassan about it? Hassan Abi. Like on twitch.tv. Talk to those people about that, because they want to actually talk about it, and they actually have information, better information than I do too, because I'm not like a politician. I'm not a political streamer. I'm not a news streamer. Like I don't do that. I don't talk about basic healthcare. If you want to talk about basic healthcare and question it because you have some kind of ideology, I don't know why. If you want to question basic healthcare, do that somewhere else, not here. So basically, like, no, I'm a little bit stun-locked on that, but it's gonna happen again. You know it will. You know, you're a transgender person on stream. It's gonna inevitably happen, and unfortunately, like I said earlier, the minute any kind of like famous streamer starts to actually put a trans person center, like, and treats that person as a person and not some joke, or not some kind of like, oh look, that weird trans person on that website that we heard about or whatever. Like, it's never like, oh, we have Rebecca Lauren, a trans woman who's 3 years into your transition, and we're gonna have her live on our podcast. Like, you know, you never see stuff like that. And you know why? Is because they're gonna have to ban like way more than half of their audience because of transphobia being a huge problem in such an already misogynistic audience that is Twitch. It's predominantly male and misogynistic male. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty of good people here. And when I say here, I don't mean just Twitch. I mean like everything, like especially like Kick.com, which is directly related. Like it's basically like a rollover of like a very specific demographic, like Trainwrecks TV, you know, and like gambling and all that kind of stuff. Like it's kind of very specific demographic. Probably not very knowledgeable, probably not particularly knowledgeable about transgender healthcare. So obviously I'm going to get people like that who think that they're a doctor, or people who think that there's some kind of like political debate artist, or like a masturbatist. I don't know, like Jesus fucking Christ, dude, get the fuck over it. Trans people exist and we have healthcare that helps our lives. And it, depending on what age you're on, there's a protocol that you go through. It takes years. None of this happens overnight. None of this happens just because somebody wants to make someone feel better. They do this because they know that they need this particular person has a particular set of needs that are unable to be met without getting specific treatments. So I don't know what to tell you, because if you have a problem with that, you're arguing with basic science. And if you're doing that, you're not welcome here, regardless of whatever belief you might have. Because you're unable to even listen and have a basic conversation at that point. Because you're basing everything on some false belief. It's something like false. I'm sorry, I don't encourage people to believe in falsehoods over here. Like, I'm not gonna come over here and somebody's gonna say, hey, like, I have $100. Do you have like a cryptocurrency that I can invest in? I'm not gonna mislead you. I'm not gonna tell you to invest in some coin that I invented and then take the money and go. I'm not gonna do that at all. Why would I? I don't know why the conversation went there, but it's a similar thing. This is what it feels like when you get people talking about stuff like that, as if like they even get to have an opinion. Is the real worst part, that people think that they even get to have an opinion about whether or not I am a woman. Like that's kind of sickening. And then there's people they call themselves transvestigators. They go online and they try to find people, usually celebrities, but not always. They try to find celebrities, and they like try to like look at like, oh, look at this person's Adam's apple, like that's actually a man. They find some actress like Julia Roberts or someone like that, and they're trying to prove, quote unquote, that that the person's actually a transgender person. It's so sickening. Like, there's actual trans people out there who are just dying to just be accepted into humanity, and you're trying to invent ghosts where there are none. Like, you're trying to invent problems. It's ridiculous. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, last time I checked, there's not this like big giant problem of children rushing to the doctors to get hormones or to get surgeries. Like, last time I checked, there's no giant fucking influx. And anytime anybody brings that up, they think they're smart and they pull this out of their ass, the thing that's been repeated over and over already and already debunked. Is they're like, oh, but what about the increase in people identifying as trans? And it's like, that's not an increase in people being trans, that's an increase in people coming out as trans. It's a different kind of thing. And also, a lot of those people are trans men. People who otherwise may not have understood their gender identity. For most of history, it's been more acceptable, quote unquote, by mainstream society to be a more masculine woman, or even like a tomboy or anything like that, than it is to be a more feminine male that's considered like weak or wrong, or like, you know, oh, that's gay, like that's some kind of bad thing. You know, like there's this kind of stuff that's been going on for ages. Sega. Like it just goes on for ages. I'm gonna have some pizza. I think there's some left. Well, there's actually no pizza left. No pizza. Nope, nope. Which means probably gonna have to cook something up, like some French toast with some sugar-free maple syrup. Usually a good combo. I don't know. It's like I don't know really where people don't even realize that people are just people. In the end of the day, like in the end of the day, I'm just a person, and I happen to be transgender, and that's a very specific kind of medical thing that I'm going through. But does that really make me who I am? I don't really think it does. I think all the other things about me, the really weird idiosyncrasies about me, the fact that I just like I sometimes really like things like pumpkin pie and like whipped cream and stuff like that. That every now and then, that I'm actually a really good listener. That I have a lot of good things to say, and over the years, especially after as a couple of years on hormones already, on estrogen, I'm a lot more patient when talking to people. There's not like this like urgency about me all the time anymore. Like, I don't know, like, does it change the fact that life is still difficult? No. Life is still difficult. I still have to do laundry, right? So me, like, whether, you know, like, yeah, okay, well, I'm a woman, okay? Like, that has to be the case. You know, it's my life. Like, I know who I am, and I'm pursuing a very specific medical changes to align with that. But get over it, okay? Because there's other people out there who have other lives that they're living too. That I think people are just hyper-focusing on transgender medicine because they're just so confused about it. They have no idea what we go through. They have no idea what the medicine does to help. They have no idea. They just want to tear families apart. They want to enforce people with their doctrine of thinking about gender. They want to lock people into one way of seeing things. Anything that's any deviance from what they're used to, cisgender, heterosexual, white Christian. You know what? You see where I'm going with this? Like, this is where all this stems from. Like, it always comes from that. That someone is just afraid of change, and it's not really change. The thing is, this is just human nature. What the change is our understanding of it, because we understand humanity better, a little bit better than we did before. And I don't know, it's like, because trans people have existed all the time. The only thing that's changed is like, hey, like now we have like better ways for people to feel comfortable in their bodies. They don't have to seek purely spiritual transition. Because there's spiritual transition. Believe me, there is spiritual transition. It could be called a religious experience. But there's also a social transition. And that should never really be a problem, because that's literally only just socializing, like allowing a kid who's very much uncomfortable presenting themselves as one gender, which does happen, as hard as it is to believe. Sometimes people as young as 4 years old absolutely know what gender they are, and it might not align with their body. And I know that's really difficult for people to believe, but you better believe it, because it's real, whether you want it to be or not. It exists. We exist. We always have. And I think it's just people want to see us as some kind of like deviation. They want to see us as some kind of like, oh, look at this freak of nature. Oh, she's probably a prostitute. Even if she is, why is that a problem, first of all? But she's probably a sex worker. Like, she's probably dirty, or she's probably weird. She's probably going to commit a crime or something. Like, they always have some kind of weird like prejudice about us. And it's like in movies, for the longest time, anytime they showed a trans person, especially if it was like someone who thought that we were like quote unquote a real woman or whatever, it's like, well, why do you suddenly think we're not real? Just because we have like might have like an anatomy that you're not that you weren't expecting? Why do you suddenly like less attracted to us? I understand if you don't want to be with us. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like why is it to the point of overtly appearing like you're disgusted to the point where you need everyone around you to know that you're about ready to throw up because you saw a trans person? Do you understand like that need for everyone around you, that panic that you feel because somebody might think that you jacked off to a trans woman? Do you understand that seeing that as a bad thing and seeing that as something that somebody should be ashamed of and internalizing that from the get-go is kind of why we are where we are right now as far as trans issues, like trans healthcare and also the way that we're treated in society. It's that reason right there. I mean, I have a lot of stuff ahead of me the next year. It's gonna be really. I mean, I'm trying to give myself like a huge reality check. I'm gonna be going in for facial surgery in a few months here. Like that's actually gonna happen. Okay, so I'm gonna be recovering from facial surgery for some time, and then at the end of the year, I'm getting vaginoplasty. And that's gonna be like a 3-day hospital stay. And like maintenance, cleaning, making sure nothing goes wrong during the healing process, dilation. It's gonna be a whole thing. It's real, like that's gonna happen. It's really nobody's business, but I do share my experience here in the hope that, you know, people who are actually like well-meaning people who actually want to educate themselves about, hey, look, like I know that people want to have like some kind of conversation, but you have to understand, I'm going to start banning people if they start repeating like very proven false narratives or misinformation or anything like if somebody comes in here, this goes for anything, not just transgender stuff, like if somebody's come in here and starting talking about vaccines and how like, oh, vaccines are actually like, you don't actually need to take a vaccine, COVID's actually a lie, or like if someone starts coming in here and starting to spread misinformation about COVID, they're gonna get banned as well. Mode 7, a jazz tribute. I remember when that actually was released and we listened to it on stream. The new Mode 7 album. It's a really good album. Although I think some of the songs were mislabeled. If I'm gonna be real, they mistitled the song, like they had the completely wrong game. I'm like, wait a minute, like that's Secret. There was one that was like a Secret of Mana song, but they titled it like something completely different, like Live Alive. It was not Live Alive. Was Kick.com down? What happened to my... Sorry, this page doesn't exist or was removed? What happened to my Kick.com stream? Is the website down? Okay, so apparently I'm live everywhere else. I think Kick.com is having some issues right now. It's all for the best anyway. I'm ending the stream. Yeah, basically I just like it's good to get that off my chest. I think it was useful. It's a really important thing. I think it's like people just need to understand, like, in the end of the day, I'm just a person. And it's like, at what point do I get to actually be a person? Like, it's the one thing for people to be like, oh, hashtag trans rights or whatever. Like, okay, well, when am I more than just a hashtag? When am I actually, like, just actually get to experience, like, the interactions that people have in society, professionally or otherwise. And I don't know. I think I can carve something out for myself. I'm gonna do the best I can to do it. I have a lot of good stuff happening to me in the next year. It's gonna be really freaking tough, but we're gonna get through it. Okay? We always do. And this is gonna be the most challenging thing I've ever gone through in my life, but we're gonna get through it. And I'm gonna come out the other end. I'm gonna be stronger. I'm gonna have a fucking pussy. Vagina power. Let's go. Okay, bye.